All right, greetings. Welcome back to another episode of Black Bear News. Just doing an upload today. We're covering ongoing climate disaster, climate change, the day and weird weather events. Just keeping abreast of the news. So let's go through it. Got a couple things. There was a Derecho tornadoes, a very strong storm. Some were calling it a land foon or a typhoon over land, a land foon. Sure. So this was happening today. Doesn't get more explosive than that. Impressive, visible, and infrared satellite of the powerful MCS Derecho forming in Iowa this evening and moving into Wisconsin and Illinois. This is producing widespread damaging winds and isolated tornadoes. Chicago is about to be hit by the equivalent of a Category 1 hurricane. See if I can get that a little bigger. Or a land foon. Indeed. Some of the damage that they've already seen in Chicago from this tornado confirmed on the ground at O'Hare Airport in Chicago. A plane is sitting on the runway at Chicago O'Hare right now, and everyone's phones receive multiple tornado warnings. Captain announced that air traffic control and ground control have evacuated. Plane is shaking as it is blown back and forth by the wind. Let's see if there's any sound on this. Some muted, oh, you can't see that. Some muted inside the plane sounds. You can't really get the idea from that. Anyways. Let's stop that sound, shall we? This is from Henan, China. Water all the way up to the handlebars. And still writing. That is dedication to getting to where you need to go. I'm going to go out in a flood that's got to be what? 3 feet deep or more? 3 to 4 feet deep? How high do handlebars ride on a bicycle? Can anybody come up with the answer to that on the fly? I don't know. Let's keep going. There's more breaking critical climate change news from Leon Simons. Things will break because we don't break and are hitting climate tipping points at full speed. And this is on the back of another post by Leon Simons, where returning to temperature is not seen for millions of years within a geological instant. I think I just showed this post the other day. Many things will break, and we're here to cause and witness it all. Cause and witness it all. 1.5 breach for 12 consecutive months. We have talked about this ad infinitum. We've hit 1.5. We're past 1.5. There's really no going back. What does that mean for the future of the people and the planet? It means more of climate breakdown, of weather chaos, of not being able to keep crops growing because you've got too much water or not enough water, or you've got a whiplash between too much water and not enough water. You've got high temperatures or cold temperatures when you're supposed to have medium temperatures. These are all the things that we can look forward to on a planet that is seeing the climate just kind of lose its normalcy, right? The new normal, if you will. Let's see. From France. This is all stuff from the last day. I mean, I cover this kind of stuff every single day. Maybe y'all can see it better if I do it like this. We'll see. Violent thunderstorm brought large hail, heavy rain, and flooding to parts of south central France, damaging homes and vehicles. From AccuWeather News. Yikes. You don't want to get one of those through your window. That's not very nice. Hey, you crazy kids. In Sicily, Lake Pergusa, a picturesque lake in Sicily known for its rich biodiversity and historic significance, has dried up completely. Lake Pergusa. It's hard to get a good view of it. I think you can see that, right? Ooh. Dry to the bone. Tain't nothing there. And it's always nice to show images of maybe what could be. Some might say what could have been. From Professor Steve Austin in the USA, there was a model of ideal urban streets right in front of us for over 125 years. This looks like New Orleans to me, and I bet it probably is. If you've been to New Orleans and you have seen they have some really very old, cool looking streetcars. That looks like a New Orleans streetcar to me. Well, minus all the cars here on the side of the road, this could be very ideal indeed, right? Lots of trees for shade, less cars. You know, I was thinking the other day, there's a trend. I don't know if this is happening in other cities, but there's a trend in Los Angeles. What they've done is they've started to do, I don't know what it is. They're constricting the flow of traffic, and they're adding bike lanes. Okay, a lot of it, or adding bus lanes and bike lanes. So that on a street that used to be a 4-lane street for car traffic, what they've done is created a 2-lane street for car traffic, and they've made the other lanes a bus lane or a bike lane or both. And I guess on the surface, I guess it's a good idea. I guess it's an idea that's, trying to steer towards less cars and more mass transit and or bike riding. Is it really making people ride their bikes more? I don't see a lot of bikes in Los Angeles, so this may be different in other cities where people are more open to, or already, more people are riding their bikes. Maybe it might make a difference. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you see this kind of stuff going on in your city. But it seems to be it's like the city councils of almost every city. My city and Los Angeles County at large have decided that they're doing this plan of creating bike lanes, bus lanes, and like narrowing the streets for cars. Again, you'd think that this would be a good idea. Basically, it's just kind of creating more traffic, and right for the cars, and it's making it harder to get around if you're a car driver. And I don't see that it's really increasing the number of bike riders and or mass transit riders. Personally, my thought is that they should just do away with the cars altogether. And then that would really, send home the message. Why not? They've done that in places in Europe, in parts of, I think in Paris, they were doing that when the smog is really bad. They closed down the entire center of the city to cars on for weeks at a time. Places in Denmark and other places in Europe, they've just closed down whole streets to automobile traffic and created walking paths and biking paths. I just feel like they should just go all the way. If they're going to do this kind of stuff, just commit. Okay. I just don't know this half measure, this kind of like, well, we're narrowing the streets for cars and we're giving all this room to bikes, and there are no bikes. I don't know if it's really working, but I guess we're moving there slowly. Unfortunately, what we have today is an ever increasing population. The maddening crowd. They want their stuff. This is looks like a mall in China. Guangzhou, China has about 18.8 million inhabitants with 2,500 people per kilometer squared. 2,500 people per kilometer squared. My God. This is a Guangzhou shopping mall on a regular Saturday. Ooh, boy, that looks like so much fun, doesn't it? My God. It looks terrible, actually. Get me out of here. And I'm sure all these people grow all their food, right? This city is self-contained, right? They need not ship anything in for the 18 million inhabitants in Guangzhou, right? All the stuff that feeds the 18 million people doesn't come from anywhere else. It's not manufactured anywhere else. They just take care of themselves, right? They're fully self-sustaining, right? Oh, you can fit 8 billion people in the state of Texas, right? Yeah. But where does all the stuff come from to feed the 8 billion people, even if you got them into the state of Texas? Come on now. Do you know how many cities have 18 million people? A lot of cities. I could think of 10 cities right off the bat that probably have 18 million people. I don't know. Maybe I'll look up the number and find out exactly how many cities have 18 million people or more. There's a lot of people on the planet, by gum, and we're just adding to the destruction. Unfortunately, we're just going for it to the bitter end. Okay, that about wraps it up today. Why am I doing an upload today? Keeping it a little short because I want to go work on some music. I've got some other things to take care of today. So I will be back with a live stream for Black Bear News on Thursday at 4 p.m. Tomorrow, Wednesday at 4 p.m., there's going to be a brain fallout on Rumble only. Right now, they're charging to live stream on Twitter. I don't know that I'm gonna pony up yet for the capabilities of live streaming on Twitter. So right now, tomorrow, brain fallout will be tomorrow at 4 p.m. only on Rumble. Go over there and check it out. And if you want to support the show, there are direct donation links right under the description box of this video. You'll be seeing this video on YouTube and Rockfin. Again, this is Black Bear News bringing you a daily climate collapse wrap up. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time.